Hey, what's up? In today's video, I'm going to show you how I went from this to this. Stay tuned. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to break down some segments as far as the actual putting it all together and disassembling the other set that I had at the time. That's going to be speeded up because nobody wants to see somebody actually do work. In the links down below is the gear that I have. I will also have videos going through each little piece of equipment showing how my take is on how they're working and everything like that. But as for now, let's just get right into it. So yesterday, I forgot to put the shotgun mic on there, so I was talking to the camera with a lavalier hookup with no lavalier. So don't do that. Anyways, so I had to I had to do a setup for my my mount for my plasma TV here. It's pretty heavy, so I suggest getting LED TVs, but I've had this one for years and it's just going to be a monitor for me to monitor my sources and all that stuff as far as that goes when I'm going to be doing a video, making videos quick and easy. But I had to, because it's not big enough. You can see that it's only made for spanning 16-inch studs. Let me see if I can zoom out here. So it was made for 16 on centers, and this is an interior wall non-load bearing, so it's 24 on centers. So I had to go ahead and do a little setup with some 2x6s. I got 2 of them, and then that way I could connect this, and it's not gonna pull anything off, because that TV is a beast. I'll tell you, it's a beast. It's not to play with. Anyway, so I'm gonna try to get it on there and get a little bit of a workout on with that. All right, well, let's see. If anything falls out my pant leg and starts rolling around, then we'll know what it is. I said, if you have an option of when you're buying monitors ahead of time or TV ahead of time, then ideally whatever fits in your budget at the time. This TV I literally got probably about 12 years ago, and I'm still using it as a monitor and stuff like that. It's plasma, which anybody that's grabbed a hold of a plasma TV knows that they are heavy. Now LEDs, you can grab them, flip them around, do spins, sine twirl them and all that good stuff. This thing here, that's probably a good, I'd say probably a good, probably close to 70 pounds-ish. Not horrible as far as that goes, but when you're picking it up and everything, you just gotta either be careful with it, or have a friend, and that way you can get it up there and you don't, you know, have one of your family jewels roll down your pant leg. Alright, so I've done a few things, and forgot to turn the camera on when I was doing them, but started putting mounts up here for my lights, and then I got a piece of foam that I stuck in the window here because I just wanted to have a little bit of sound. That's about a 3-inch piece of foam, 3.5-inch piece of foam, the entire size of the window. And I had to cut it. I had a hot knife first time I started to use it, and that thick foam, it would have been better with 2 people, obviously. But it's going to get covered up, and it doesn't really matter that much to me. So far, this is where I'm at. I know it's hard to get a grasp over here, but there it is. So we'll be moving forward. more than anything. That was to just block out a little bit of sound as far as from the exterior, and then also give myself a spot where I can put some acoustic panels, because I'm going to have my space right about in here, so I'm just going to acoustic panels in there, and I'm going to make this room just pretty. That way this room is totally controlled by what lighting I want to do with it, and I don't have to worry about any exterior light. Hopefully that helps a little bit with the sound, just because, you know, but it's probably not going to help a whole lot. I mean, it's not soundproofing, but it is about 3-4 inch freaking foam, so not too bad. You can hear a little bit more of an echo right now, but that'll be fixed when I put the acoustic tile up there, and then the corners, pieces, and all that stuff. So far that's the update on this. Going on forward on this part here. I've got a lot of foam to put up. I've got a lot of foam to glue down to cardboard, to put on command strips to attach to the wall. That way they're not attached to the wall and tear off a bunch of stuff. All this patching and stuff. When I decide to move, then I can patch it all. Plus, this is my house. I own this place. So it's not like I'm doing this to a rental or anything like that. And even if I was, I could still fix it. But some things that you want to keep in mind, you know. To make things easier, just the command strips are going to make things easier for me. That way I don't have it all glued to it and down the road when I upgrade my place. But, you know, it's paid off, so why worry about all that right now? I just stay here and make money. So, yeah, that's where we're at right this second. We'll be getting into the next step, so. Okay, so we'll pick up here again. So I got a light up there, like a softbox thing with some CFLs, 4 CFLs. I got them on a dimmable thing. Dimmable switchers, another one. That's giving my background light to this area of the room. Then I also have acoustic panels on the ceiling, like an egg crate type of thing. And then you can see in the corners on the ceiling, I have all the way around acoustic foam. The little black ones kind of suck. I ain't gonna lie, those little black ones suck. Should have just got more of those and done that type of thing, but it is what it is. And then of course I've got some dimmable LED lights up there, 3 panels in there, and everything's in the description below. Goodness, I blinded you out with the lights. Anyway, so that's how we did that, and then how I dealt with the wires over here. Kind of just tacked them against the wall, brought it all over back behind everything, and then also down, I got my Fire Stick plugged into the TV there too, so I could watch whatever YouTube news stuff on that big screen, and then also have it for a monitor for my whole situation. That way I can be a monitor and see what's going on for my feed that I'm recording or doing live. And then also I have another little mini monitor that I'll put over by the teleprompter. That way it's within that sight range to be able to edit my control panel for my Roland VR1 control panel there. That way Airstream mixer switcher. That way I can have different cameras. Also my computer plugged into it, be able to do picture-in-picture, have my audio mic go into it, which I'm sure you've probably seen that as well too. I got the Sennheiser, I don't know, whatever. I got the good microphone. I still need to plug it in. The cable just showed up for that. The desk here is just one of the ones, just a cheap desk. Well, they're actually both just cheap desks to make a little L area, to be able to have all my computer stuff and whatnot over there. And then when I have guests over, to be able to do like a podcast kind of thing, because I got some entrepreneur friends that I'll be having come over and give their their perspective on things as well, as far as being a business owner. Also about stocks and stuff like that. I have a friend that will be talking about stocks a fair amount. I'm trying to get him to start a channel. He's pretty intelligent when it comes to that, stocks, and also just pretty much anything he puts his mind to. We're like two bees in a pod as far as that goes. Whenever we put our mind to, we make it happen. So he's got a pretty cool little crypto monitor for all his cryptocurrency that he invested in. Probably a few years back, he put $1,500 into it, and he's got roughly about about $38,000 into it, and it just sat there, and that's all it did. Anyway, so that way I could do a little podcast area over here. I got my smaller chair, that way it don't seem like I'm a gamer talking to people about stuff. Even though I'm not gonna lie, the gaming chair is a lot more comfortable. Anyway, so I got myself a butt pad on that one because that seat sucks. But anyway, so this is the progress that's been made so far at this point. Obviously, needless to say, there's going to be more. I've got my my computer that I'm going to be hooking up. It just showed up today, and that one's to make editing and everything a lot quicker. It's built for editing. About a $2,500 setup. It's not extremely expensive, but it's not cheap either as far as that goes. It's a good computer. It's got 4 outputs for my monitors. It's got all kinds of good high-speed inputs for my streaming stuff to come into it. I guess you could consider it like a gaming computer as well too, but I'll be doing some more information on it when I'm getting it hooked up, and then also be doing a little video on that. And I'm going to break these down into segments too, just because put more videos on, just follow into whatever somebody's looking for. If they want to do a look from a whole entire studio build, or if they just want to do a little section, whatever little sections that I covered upon in this, then that'll be covered as far as that goes. And then plus it's more content on there, and just be able to hit more niches, or niches, whatever you want to call it. I used to call them a niche because we used to do niche. It's a different thing. When I was working carpentry. Like a recessed niche, whatever. Anyway, I'm not French or anything, or niche, whatever. It is pretty warm in this room, but it's like about, I don't know, it's about 90, low 90s outside right now, so it is what it is. I may figure out a way of get it cooler in here. I may run a test like that real quick too right now. Just because, sorry, but that's the fan on full blast. I know we can hear that. Let's see if we can hear it. Is this camera overheating? No. Maybe it's just me cooking. Anyway, so if we can hear that fan going, say it in the comments. I'll be checking on the video, but just trying to get you a comment. Anyways, tell me my stuff sucks too. It's all good, I know, but it's gonna do for me, so whatever. Yeah, so we'll get to the next spot, but that's just a little short update as far as how much progress has been made. I'm gonna obviously keep continuing until I'm finished, so hasta la pasta till the next little segment, which is quick for you, so hey. Alright, so what I got here is I got a CPU Solutions. It's I don't know, it's good video editing computer. So anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna start hooking it up. But it's got everything that I need to be able to edit videos pretty quickly and be able to deal with that stuff. So that's what I wanted, and that's what it is. We'll get started on that. All right. Well, we have got it set up here now. Are we ready for a reveal? We're ready for a reveal. Let's go with it. Here's the studio setup as it is right now. You can see I have a Hero GoPro 7 in the corner here. you can see that I have the GoPro 7 here, and I've got a shirt that hangs up there because it's, I don't know, easier to deal with right now. So when I'm making my talking head videos with my dress shirt on. So we've got this set up here. I've got something. Alright, so what I've got is, I probably should put that stand back on there anyways. So we're going to put a little bit of light on the situation. But the way that I wanted to do it was, I've got my phone. Oh, the screen's too bright. Anyway, so I got phone. Oh, there we go. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to kick the lights on. Now you can see it's much brighter in here now. Yeah. I'm also going to kick on the Roland VR1 HD recorder. And then I can go ahead and turn that menu monitor on. I can go ahead and, I'm not going to power on everything, but so that's booting up. The VR1, you can see it's booting up some still images that I put in there. But there's the VR1. It's booting up and getting ready to start things. So there's my teleprompter setup that I've got going on. I've got a Microsoft Surface Pro that I use for viewing online stuff, videos and all that with my picture-in-picture. And then I also have a Surface Go 2 for business. And that one is for my teleprompter setup. The reason why I got that is I can also make notes onto it and everything, and it can go up there and I can connect it to my Ethernet setup. So there's a little adapter and everything like that for the Ethernet to be able to give it good signal for the internet instead of Wi-Fi. So I've got that set up to where I can go ahead and go on to Teleprompt Me, I think it's called. I don't know. I'll put a link in the description. And that way it's you can go in there and copy and paste your script, and it'll actually go with your voice as you go. It's not perfect, but it's a lot better than figuring it all out and moving slowly with it. Anyway, so we got some lights up here, some diffuser boxes. Those are dimmable. All right. Okay, so we got the lights over here. They're dimmable LEDs, and then also I've got an LED strip bar right there too for some side lighting and stuff like that. It's also dimmable. Goodness. So I got a little one right there. It's not bad to give me some side light from where I'm sitting down. And then you can see all the acoustic foam that I got in here. There's no more echoes that bounce off anything. I put some artwork on there, and then also this. I got my monitor set up for when I'm editing, and then also for my backdrop of my my studio set. Got my my computer down there for editing. I got a little speaker right there plugged in just to be able to do that, and I also have lights up here to be able to give some light to the backdrop. I had them on a dimmer, but the dimmer was humming and I didn't like that, so I undid the dimmer. Yeah, my tripods, I set them over here in the corner just because I don't really need them a lot right now. That's just a little shelving set for putting extra stuff on there right now. As you can see, a couple of extra things as far as that goes. Remotes for the TVs, that way I can turn the monitors on and all that when I need to. Also a TV over here for when I'm viewing live news or anything like that, then I can actually watch that as well too. And then just be able to watch some kind of TV or have something playing in the background while I'm editing. So I also have acoustic foam on the ceiling that I screwed up there because the tape was not going to hold it, so screwed that up there. I gave this some support to be able to pull this up and hold it up out of the way of the camera because this was hanging down and it was not doing good. So I put a little hook up in the ceiling and used some paracord. Anyway, so as you can see, this lens is off right now, the lens cover, because what I did was I actually went and got, and I'll give it a link below, but I got a zooming in, a lens for zoom on the GoPro 7. That way I could have a wider, farther distance away from me and still be able to have a good zoom and a good quality at the zoom as well. So I'm recording right now with the Hero 8, but so that's what I've got going on with all that. And I've got a little setup here for if I do want to go vlog or go mobile or anything like that, then I have this for that. And I also have the display with the media mod. So I got the speaker or the microphone set up, and then also the display, so that way I could see right in front of me as well. I do have a light set for that as well, for the media mod. But yeah, so this is pretty much how the setup is when I'm doing the talking head. Then I have this chair here, which is not the most comfortable, obviously. That's why I put that pad on there, but I'm going to end up getting a different chair. Just priorities, you know. I could put that gel thing on there, and that was decent enough for now. I also have a much more comfortable high back gaming chair that I use for editing, just because it's more comfortable, and then I have a stool that I can stick underneath there, so I'm almost laying down and doing editing. So that's pretty sad. But hey, you know one thing, there's actually truck drivers that have awesome seats that lift up and lay back. And I was a kid and riding with this one dude that he was a friend of my dad's, and he was a truck driver. Took us for a ride around the block, and he literally was laying down and we were on the freeway doing 100 miles an hour. So that's not too bad. I don't feel so bad about doing it when I'm in the editing area. Anyway, so I put these acoustic foam panels back through here, and then also some J-channel cable management deals, and that way the cables are a little bit more hidden. I've been moving some things around, but yeah, so you can see that it's up off the floor, and that way it's still it's not all clustered at the bottom, but I've still got my main trunk of madness going on back there. It's just out of sight, so that's all right. Also, what I did was I put a media box. You can see the little media box. Oh, here's the little media box. I got a little media box, like an Android media box, that I can plug a USB into the back of it, and like a thumb drive, whatever you want to call it. And I could put a video on the back of that, on that, pictures, whatever the case I want to do. And those can actually be on every single one of those monitors back there too. So I can have that, or I can just have straight up just pictures that I put up on there through the computer, because when I'm recording, I actually record through vMix, I think it's called. I'll start that up here in a little bit too, and I'll go into that into some detail about all these things. I'm gonna go into more detail throughout, but I'm just showing in this video mainly what it went from to what it is now, and you can see that it's night and day as far as that goes. I mean, we can see that I did around all the corners at the top and the wall where the ceiling and the wall meets. That way I don't have any kind of echoing bouncing off of there. In here it's just like it's like a professional studio as far as that goes, because it is right now. So no echoing, no craziness. And then also what I did was I went ahead and I put a pretty heavy curtain as far as that goes, right through there, and I just put a couple of pieces of Velcro to just be able to hold it there in place. So I did that in a few different places, so you can see there's a little bit of Velcro and then a little bit of Velcro, and then over here, out of shot, a little bit of Velcro, and another piece of Velcro, right? Okay, so that way that is there to be able to just also stop noise from kind of the outside, the other room coming in here. Yeah, so that's what that's about. And it's kind of, it's not really stopping any echoing per se, but it kind of stops it from quite possibly echoing. You can see all the acoustic foam that I put on the wall towards the side that I actually talk to, just because that's where I'm going to be talking to mainly. You know, you can see where I got all the cables. All the cables, I kind of just tack them to the wall. And this is my house, so I own it, and I can patch drywall. It's not a big deal. Those are little tiny holes. That's not even a big deal. Little spackle and we're good to go. Little spackle, little paint, whatever, when I want to. So you can also see the boom that comes out for the, I'm going to say this wrong, Sennheiser microphone. And it's a good microphone. I like the quality of it. So that way I can move that around to be able to have different angles wherever I'm going to be sitting at the time. I know we're looking into the lights, but there's so many of them here where we would look. So I've just used some of these wall mounts to be able to wall mount the lights on them. Those are just straight ones that kind of come out a ways. You can see all three of them are the same way. This one works good as like a little shirt rack. Anyways, so I did all that. I did try the old let's see, I did try the command strip method, but it didn't work out too well. Weight of the cardboard and weight of the foam in the chunks that there were, it wasn't holding, so I ended up just screwing the panels to the wall. And once again, because it's not a big deal for me to go ahead and do a little bit of spackle type of thing and be able to patch those holes. Anyway, so yeah, I mean, I have all these little power strips and stuff like that. I can turn it all off whenever I want to. Under there, I got that Bluetooth outlet hooked up to the VR1. Up here, I've got the Bluetooth. Oh, it's down here. I've got the Bluetooth outlet hooked up to all the lights. So when I'm in here, I like that to where I can actually have my lights come on before I come into the room, so I can turn off all the lights with the push of a button, right? And I can do that, say that I'm coming home and I'm like, oh man, I've got some good information, I've got a good video idea, and that way I can get to working on it real quick and stuff. So I can turn that on and off just by that Bluetooth. Same thing with the VR1, the Roland VR1. I've got that set up for my shop lights, and also for some lights around the house as well too. That way if I'm out and about, then I can go ahead and turn all that off. But yeah, so that's the whole setup now. It's quite different than what it used to be, that's for sure. And I like it so far. And things every now and then they're going to change, just because sometimes it does. But for a while, this is going to be the working studio. So yeah, just keep in mind, like I said, there's going to be videos for all these separate equipment and all that stuff and everything. And also another thing to keep in mind, I did all this by myself. I had absolutely nobody come over and give me a hand hanging these monitors. This monitor up here, this is a 4K 50-inch monitor. They're super light anyways, though. I mean, I'll tell you that I held it with one hand while I was putting it on. The mount was not a big deal at all either. That thing, holy moly, I'll tell you, that one there, 50-inch plasma. I think it might be a 55-inch. Yeah, it's 55-inch plasma TV. Samsung. Oh my gosh, that dinosaur. That dinosaur is no joke. That's heavy. That was a load, and I've moved it several times. I've had that thing for a long time. But so keep in mind, I did everything. I had nobody come over and help me put anything up. I had nobody tell me anything like that, show me what anything. All by myself, no problem. So if I'm able to do it, anybody's able to do it. All you got to do is stay focused on what you want done, make it happen. It's no big deal, okay? And maybe you might get lucky enough to where you have some people to give you a hand, but you know, I don't really ask for anything like that. I just make things happen on my own. I'm just used to doing that. But if you're able to have somebody give you a hand, then you can probably make the process a little quicker and a little easier as far as that goes. So yeah, this is my setup. Like I said, just keep an eye out for, if you want to see each implement and each piece of equipment, kind of a little deeper dive into each one, then I will be having videos for all that. This setup is not cheap, but it was not horribly expensive. So as far as we'll say in reality, with doing the math in my head real quick, probably about $7,000 as far as that goes, all of it together. Okay, so and that was mainly because of the computer and then also the VR1. The VR1, it usually goes for about $1,500 type of thing, but I actually got that one on eBay for about $750. So that one wasn't horrible, but when you start to add up everything, that it is what it is. But I'm always a firm believer in, you know, it takes money to make money, so I'm going to invest in things, and then also aspects as far as it's going to save me time. You know, I mean, I used to do a lot of editing off of that sorry little thing right there, and then also MSI laptop. That, man, I'm never going to buy MSI again. That laptop took a dump, and it's not worth it. So that one I was using that for a while. I can't get to that, doing that anymore, and working off of that was, I mean, come on. My hand almost covers the screen. I mean, that's nuts to try to do editing on that thing in a consistent manner. Is just, no, thank you. Anyways, and also to be able to see about stocks and stuff like that. So I have the multiple monitor set up just to be able to do multiple things at once, and then also have bigger work surface for the workflow on Premiere Pro, Photoshop, yada yada, all those editing programs, right? Just to make all that easier. And then also for when I'm working on my stock stuff, and then I can actually see different multiple monitors and see what's going on with what tools that I'm using at that time. Yeah, good stuff. Anyway, so yeah, these artwork, I dig the two new ones a lot. Anyway, so one thing that I did find out, but I had the lights, I had the little LED like a colored lights. I had those, a couple of strips beforehand, and with the lights, with the bright lights on, you don't see them on. You can kind of see the one over the wolf a little bit, but in reality you don't really see it that much. So I can turn off, I'll turn on that light, and then I'll turn off the main studio lights. But yeah, it just doesn't show up as much. I can adjust those lights and everything, but I want it brighter for the aspect that I've got it for that certain channel. So the backlit really doesn't bother me all that much. And then the fact, like I said, it's not like I bought them just for that. So I had them and I repurposed them. Anyway, so what I did was I actually took some 2x4s and I screwed a little frame together up there, and then that's all hogged out because of this piece of wood right here. It's on the back of the artwork. And I can set that on there. It brings it out. They also gave me a place to mount the lights to. So I like the fact that it pops out anyways, and it's not sitting right against the wall. It was cheap and easy. I mean, no big deal. I kind of like the kind of the light glows through it like that, but maybe I'll do some creeper videos down the road, financial creeper videos. But anyway, so I'm going on and on. It is what it is. If you're still watching this, cool. Thank you. I ate too much earlier. All right. Well, if you made it this far, kudos to you, because that was not a short video. I absolutely appreciate you watching this entire thing. If you watched it that long, then wow. If you have any questions, any comments, go ahead and leave them down below. And then I can't say thank you enough for watching the video. You have a great day.